6 legendary mansions from the old Hollywood era. 1. Hearst Estate. This mega mansion was built for William Randolph Hearst. It takes up 68,500 square feet. The mansion is modeled after a medieval Spanish cathedral. The construction lasted 1919 to 1947. The estate featured the world's largest private zoo. The Hearst Estate was featured in The Godfather. It was the honeymoon spot of the Kennedys. In 2021, it sold for $63 million at auction. The asking price was $195 million. 2. Eddie Getz Estate. The estate sits in Holmby Hills, on LA's west side. Eddie Getz was the daughter of Louis B. Mayer, MGM founder. Getz turned it into a party spot for the Hollywood elite. Gary Cooper, Cary Grant, and Judy Garland were frequent guests. The Georgian-style residence was built in 1938. It has 2 swimming pools and 3 guest houses on 2.16 acres. The main residence has 20,000 square feet of space. It was designed by Gordon B. Kaufman. He also built the Los Angeles Times building. 3. Warner Estate. Warner Brothers co-founder Harry Warner built his home in 1923. The estate sprawls over 1.25 acres in Beverly Hills. The 13,000 square foot main residence is a Georgian colonial. The property featured a lagoon with a waterfall. There were tennis courts and European gardens. The house had etched glass windows and an indoor-outdoor bar. Warner sold the estate to fund the jazz singer in 1927. 4. Marilyn Monroe's house. 12305 Fifth Helena Drive in Brentwood was Monroe's favorite home. It was the only house she bought in her lifetime. The estate has over 23,000 square feet of space. There's a pool, plus a separate home for visitors. The ranch-style residence was built in 1929. It still features tiled floors and exposed wood beams. The interior design was Monroe's choice. She paid $77,500 for it. Sadly, this is where she died in 1962. In 2017, the estate was sold for $7.25 million. The buyer wished to remain anonymous. 5. Falcon Lair. The Benedict Canyon Mansion belonged to Rudolph Valentino. He paid $175,000 for it, which is $2.8 million in today's money. Valentino named it after his role in the Hooded Falcon. He had horse stables, kennels, and Italian gardens added. He filled the garage with his collection of cars. The 16-room Spanish villa sat on 8 acres. It was filled with lavish decorations and antiques. Valentino died at 31, and the house was sold to settle his debts. In 2021, it sold for $15 million. 6. Pink Palace. Jayne Mansfield's Sunset Boulevard home was famous. She bought it for $74,000 in 1958. Mansfield had the 1920s home repainted pink. The 3.5-acre property drew tourists and gawkers alike. The Pink Palace had a heart-shaped swimming pool. It was built by Mansfield's husband, Mickey Hargitay. Tiles on the bottom spelled out, "I love you, Janie." The walls of the house had bits of quartz embedded in them. This made the Pink Palace literally sparkle in the sunlight. The interior was decorated with cupids, hearts, and pink carpeting. The centerpiece of the home was a champagne fountain. Sadly, the Pink Palace was razed by a new owner in the 2000s.